Online.
Okay, Raja, are we live now?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you so much. So, hello everyone, welcome to this new coding session. I hope you all are doing good. I hope the situation in India is better, and I really hope you guys are safe with this global pandemic situation. Welcome to this new session. As you probably know me now, since few months we are doing this online coding sessions. I'm Dipti Chander. I am the president of E-mma organization, and I'm also a software engineer. And I'm happy to welcome you all, students, teachers, principals, everyone who are watching this live and who are watching all the coding lives at each sessions. We are happy to have you again with us back. I am with my team, with the E-mma team. They will be during this coding session helping us to create the new program that we will be working on today. And as you know, we gonna at the end of the session gonna give you the official certificate with your name, so please stay until the end of the coding session. You will have many programming new things to learn with us today. And today, as you can see, we're gonna code the Pac-Man game. I know you probably have heard about Pac-Man. Pac-Man is one of the most famous game that even I used to play when I was kid, on my mobile phone and even on my laptop. So, we often wonder. I was always wondering what Pac-Mans look like behind, and I wanted to understand how Pac-Man work. So today we're going to show you how behind this game the things are set up, the code are set up, and so today you're going to learn everything about Pac-Man and how to create Pac-Man. So after the end of this session, you will be able to look at Pac-Man again and say, I know exactly how that game was created. So this is going to be super exciting, and we are happy to do that with you. So just for a quick reminder, as you know that during the coding session, you can ask all the questions you are having by using the YouTube live chat. The team is here to answer your questions. And also, please pay attention to the YouTube live chat because we will be posting all the links that are useful for this coding session and all the links that you need to open to make sure that you have the useful resources to be able to do the coding session today with us. So any query, any question, any problem, use the YouTube live chat and the team will moderate it and will answer all your questions. I hope you all are happy to be here with us because we are super excited. And with that, I would like to remind you that do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube live channel, this E-mma channel, so you will be notified every time the new live of coding session is going to be available. So let's start this coding session. With that, I will ask Raja to share, of course, the content today with us.
So the first thing we're gonna do is share with you the link to the platform where we'll be coding. So please, the person who's taking care of the chat, post the link, and you guys will click on that link, open it, and make sure that it works fine for you. And do tell us if you have any issue. And from there, we will be explaining to you how we're gonna code this game.
Thank
So
you,
we're gonna
Raja.
wait a little. Yeah.
Yes, so please, students, look at the YouTube live chat as Raja mentioned just now. Please click on the link of the content and please open the content link. Please click on the link.
All right, I just posted it, so please, guys, click on the link, open it.
We give you 2 more minutes to open the link because sometimes it took few minutes to load it. So don't worry, just open the link.
Yes. All right, they're saying it's done, it's opening, it's working. All right. Tell us if you have any issue, we can help you. Okay, so I guess we're gonna start since everyone has the link open.
Yes.
So the first thing we're gonna do is, as you can see on your screen, you don't have the same display as me. So the first thing we're gonna do is change the display. So guys, go click on settings on the top right, here, settings, and then click on the columns here,
Yes.
as you
Yes.
see on the screen.
Raja, maybe I'm looking at the chat. Sorry, there is some people who are still opening the link. Maybe
Okay.
if we can we can just slow down. So students, we have posted, and Bachis is going to post again the link in the YouTube live chat. Please open the link. This link contain what you are having on screen with Raja, what Raja is trying to do. Please just click on the link so you will have the same thing as we do. So in the YouTube live chat, you have the link. Please open the link. Maybe, yes, we have posted it again just now. Just open the link.
All right. I think.
And I think, yes, if there is any issue, please type a message in the YouTube live chat and tell us if you are not able to open it. But for now, I think we're gonna move on. Everyone should open the link. Maybe I'm just seeing, Raja, one more thing. I'm just seeing two questions in the chat which I find which I find relevant. We have, of course, since the beginning of Code at Home initiative in India, we have said that once during the launch event, but I'm repeating that again today. Uh, Perhaps someone is asking to us what is really coding. So I just wanted to highlight that coding is all about what we're doing at each such sessions. I would say is how to create, how to solve a problem by using the code, by using the programming languages which are already available in on your computers, which or on internet, which can help to solve any problem or any idea you want to build, and you need, any application, any software, any website, so you can create it through, of course, the programming languages, the code languages. And second thing I was seeing in the chat, well, we want to I see this question came a lot of time. Why we not using PyCharm? Just because all the computers of all the students might not be compatible to PyCharm, so that's why we're doing everything online, so every student, wherever he or she is able to code without having any restriction. Because if we use PyCharm, maybe it's going to work on some specific laptops, but not on all the laptops, depending um, on the laptops kids or students are today having or using. So just wanted to clarify that it's not that we do not want. We personally, when we code in Python, we code on PyCharm, but here we're gonna do it online to make the things more easier and more simple. Also, the last thing, are we gonna code Minecraft in Java? I hope one day. We are creating a lot of contents, so we will keep that in mind, that you guys are interested in coding Minecraft in Java. At the end of the coding session, when you're going to get your diploma, your certificate, you're going to have a form to complete in which you can add all those things that you are sharing with us. That means all the content you would like to create with us. So for the next upcoming session, we can work on that and propose you always new relevant content that you want to, that you are interested in. Okay, so let's move on what Raja was mentioning. Once you have opened the link, which we have shared in the YouTube live chat, you have on the top right, you have a tab called settings. You click on this tab, and as Raja is doing, and we are asking you to change the layout to make to make the screen more understandable. We are asking you to go on settings on the top. You have different layouts which are proposed. Please, as Raja is showing to you, please click on the tab on the layout tabs column, which will help to reorganize and clean your screen and have a code which will be displayed in a proper manner. So again, click on the tab settings, select the layout tabs column, and then I'm gonna show you the other things. So as you can see, here you have the map of Pac-Man. You have the different map where he's gonna, he's gonna eat those gums. And so what we're gonna see here is the result of the code that will be produced in the tab where you have the three functions. So as you can see, we already put three functions: the functions the functions game loop, sorry, the function on ghost collision, and the function initialize. And in all those function, which is going to be super important for the coding session, because you will be coding all the program that we are gonna do with you in those functions. So please don't delete anything, just leave those functions and leave it like that. Don't delete anything, okay? We have put that in advance for you to understand better the code. And also the last thing, but probably if you did other sessions with us before, how to run this code. Once we will be putting a lot of codes, we need to run it and see if the code is working or not. So how we do that? As you can see on top left, there is a run button. If Raja, you click on that, we're going to see what happened. So Raja, if can you click on run button?
Yes, I clicked.
Okay, so see, Raja, click on the run button, and what is going to happen is that today, as we are at the beginning of the coding session, there is no code that we have added, so nothing is happening. But once we're going to add coding lines, then when we're going to run, we're going to see the result in the map of Pac-Man, which you can see on the right.
Yes,
Okay,
so
yes.
besides the run button, what we need to do to run the game is click on the N key on your keyboard. So click on N, and when you click, the game starts. And for now, the functionalities aren't all there. So what we're gonna do is add all the functionalities of the game. Everything that the Pac-Man is supposed to do, that's what we're gonna code. So for now, our Pac-Man only moves. And in our code on this part, so with the code, we're gonna add everything that we need our Pac-Man to do.
Yes. So again, when you want to launch the game, after clicking on the run button, you press on N. N is on your keyboard. Press N, and as you see, what Raja show is that the Pac-Man and the gums were displayed on the map. Okay, guys, I guess you have enough information. So this is a JavaScript program, and so let's begin. And I give back the mic to Raja. Thank you so much, and hope you're gonna enjoy. I'll see you in few minutes.
All right, thank you, Deepti. So just as a reminder, sorry, here we're gonna put our code and it's gonna be displayed here. And you can ask your questions. There's a little bit of delay, but we see all your questions there. We will answer all of them, so don't worry. So as you saw when we tested our game, the Pac-Man moves, but it doesn't eat the Pac gums. It's the Pac gums are the dots that you see here. So this is the first thing we're gonna code in our game. We're gonna make those dots disappear as soon as the Pac-Man runs into them. So Yeah, so guys, we're gonna add our first line of code, and this line will be inside the game loop function. So just to remind you, the game loop function, it's where we're gonna add all our logic, everything that our Pac-Man will need to do. So the line we're gonna add is game dot map dot set block and then you open parentheses, you write block position like this. You need to have the same syntax as me. It needs to be the same writing as me with the right uppercase and everything for it to work. So after block position, you put a comma and then a space, and then you write Pac-Man dot empty in uppercase. And at the end of the line, you do a semicolon. So I'm gonna repeat. Inside the game loop function, you have a brackets here, curly brackets. Inside, you add this line. In this line, will make the Pac gums disappear when the Pac-Man run into them. So when they eat them. I see someone is saying to zoom a little bit. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I hope you see a little bit better. So the line is game dot map dot set block, open parentheses, block position, and then comma space Pac-Man dot empty. So I'm just looking at the chat to see if there's any issue with this line. So someone is saying it's very fast. So here, what we're trying to do is make the Pac gums disappear when the Pac-Man run into them. And for this, we're gonna add this code. In this code, it's making the block disappear. All right, please tell me if you have this line, and after this line, we're gonna test it. Wait a little bit. The code needs to be exactly like I'm writing right now. So there's some letters in uppercase. You need to have them in uppercase too. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and test the game to see if this line works. So I click on the run button and then click N. So you see the Pac gums disappear now when I run into them, when the Pac-Man moves. So before it didn't move, now it moves. And this is the line that we just added. Position in button group. So for some it's working, and they're saying to explain again. I'm gonna explain again the meaning of the code. So here, with this line, with this code, we make the Pac gum disappear, empty. So that's why we have Pac-Man empty. Here we're making it disappear, and we give it the block position. So we're saying, please take this specific Pac gum, this specific dot, and this specific dot is at this position, and make it disappear. So they're saying it's working. And if something is not working, please check if you have the same syntax as me, if you have the same words. I see someone copy pasted the line Don't forget the semicolon at the end. It's very important in JavaScript to make it run. And we're gonna test one more time the game. So you see that with this line, the dots we run into, the Pac-Gums we run into, disappear. They're set to empty. All right. If something is not working for you, please tell us what you have, the line you added. So someone opened the link. You need to add the code that we're saying right now to have the whole game. Because it's not fully functional. It was not fully functional at the end. When you open the link, it's not the final Pac-Man game. Right. I'm looking at the chat to see if there's an issue. Okay, the white screen is coming there. So I can't open the link. I press run, but the game is not starting. So when you press run, you press the run button. You need to click on N keyword, the N key on your keyboard. So on your computer, you need to press N for the game to start. Set block also puts in. Yeah, so I'm repeating the line one more. Game dot map dot set block with the B in uppercase. You open parentheses, block position with the P in uppercase, and then comma, space, Pac-Man, P in uppercase, dot, empty, everything is in uppercase. And then you close the parentheses and you put semicolon. So please tell us if everything is all right, so we can move on. So Dipti, tell me if we can move on now.
Maybe you can just quickly repeat again what you said, because I see that some people are saying it's going too fast. Maybe just quickly repeat it, and then we move on to the next step.
All right. So the first step in our session was to make the Pac-Gums disappear when to represent when the Pac-Man eats them. So for this, we're going to our function game loop. So not in the other ones, but in game loop. Inside the curly brackets here, you write this line, this specific line, and this line is game dot map dot set block. B is in uppercase, and then you open the parentheses, you write block position, P is in uppercase, and then comma, space, Pac-Man, the P is in uppercase, dot, empty, uppercase, everything is in uppercase, and then you close the parentheses, and you add semicolon. So
Okay, maybe we can continue. Yes.
all right. So the next thing that we're gonna do will be explained by Veronia. So right now, our Pac-Gums disappear when the Pac-Man eats them, but in Pac-Man, actually, the ghosts have two states. A dangerous state where they can eat Pac-Man, so you lose, and a vulnerable state where Pac-Man can eat them, so can eat the ghosts. And Veronia will explain to us how to make how to code the two states of the ghosts. All right, Veronia, you can take the floor.
So, hello guys, so now we're gonna put in the map 4 special super Pac-Gums or bonus Pac-Gums, it depends what you call them. And let's put them the first Pac-Gum. So we want it to be in the position of 1-1 or in the corner of the left side, the upper corner of the left side. So we're gonna call the function add bonus gum. So Raja, please write in the function initialize. So the first function. So you can write the line that I will be saying in the line 2. Add, so add, add bonus, donc a capital B and a capital G for gum. And this function takes 3 parameters. So it takes the map. So the map, it's the blue and the white, the blue things. So the map of the game, and it takes the position X and Y. So we're gonna put between the parentheses map, comma, 1, and another comma and another one, and at the last of the line we're going to put a semicolon. And as I already said, we want to put the super Pac-Gums in the corners, so this line will be putting the super Pac-Gum in the right side, the upper right side. So if you run the game, we will see a super Pac-Gum. So it will be a big dot, a big white dot will be appearing in the right corner at the upper side, at the map.
Yeah, thank you, Veronia. Just I see that they're asking us to repeat, just as to explain to you what those special Pac-Gums are in Pac-Man. When Pac-Man eats those special Pac-Gums, he can then eat the ghosts. So he won't die. He can eat the ghosts. And here, Veronia is showing us how to add those special Pac-Gums. In the first one, Veronia, you can explain to us where is the first one we added and how did we add it?
Yeah, sure. So as Raja said, the super Pac-Gums allow Pac-Mans to eat the ghosts. So how did we do that? So at the line 2, we have used the function which is called add bonus gums, or this function will allow us to appear the super Pac-Gum or the bonus Pac-Gum that will appear in the right side at the top. So to do that, we have to write 3 parameters in this function. So the map, so where we will the game, for the game map, and it needs also the position of X and Y at this map. So if we put 1-1, it will be appearing in the first line, the first column. If we will try to change this position. So Raja, could you please change, just to try,
yes,
the first one and put it in the
first one.
Yes, to 2, for example.
All right, so if we put 2 here, we'll run.
And we will press on the N key, so it will moves to to the first line, the second column. No, wait, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we already see it here in the map. It was here, but this controls where our special plugin will appear in our map. So with 1.1, it was here. With 2.1, it's here. And we'll put them wherever we want. And just for the sake of this session, we're gonna put it in this corner. So for now, this is the first one. We're gonna put it in this corner. Please tell us if you have if your special plugin appears and if you have any issue with it. Tell us if you're done, if you have everything working for you. All right, I think we can add the other plugins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So to do that, to add another super plugins in the 3 other corners, we will use also the same function. So the function which is called add bonus gum, but this time, as you all guessed, we're gonna only change the x and y. So we're gonna change only the 1 and 1. So Raja, could you please do an enter and go to the line 3, at the line 3.
Okay. Okay, so I'll click on enter on my keyboard and then tell
Yes.
me.
So could you please write the function, the same function, add bonus gum, with the same capital letters, the small letters. Please respect those letters to be able to see the super plugins appears. So at the as we did before, we're gonna put the map, and we're gonna put 17 and 1. So this line will allow us to see the super plugin appears on the right side at the upper right side of this map. So if you run the game and we pressed on the end bottom of the keyboard, we will see 2 plugins, 2 super plugins. So on the left and on the right side of the map. Yes, as you see.
All right.
So
Yeah.
as you there's any questions?
All right. I don't see any questions. We're gonna add the other plugins, and then please, guys, tell us if any time you have an issue.
Or maybe one thing which is coming again and again. Students, when you press N, you need to make sure that your mouse is on the map. So that means, as you can see, the mouse of Raja, when she want to press N, she go on the map. So please go on the map,
Here?
Raja. Yes.
I
Okay.
click.
You click first. You click as you were trying to click or open a page, for example. You click on the map and then you press N.
And then it starts. Yeah.
And then it starts. First, go on the map, press on the map with your mouse. Okay. And then click on N.
All right. Okay, so to add the two last bonus or super plugins at this map, so we're gonna go at could you make an enter at the keyboard and write at the line 4 the same function, so add bonus gum, as you all guessed, and we're gonna put the same parameters, so map. But this time we want it to be in the bottom, at the bottom. So we're gonna change, and we're gonna put 1, the first line, and to put it in the yes. So we're gonna put 20.
All right.
So if you run the game and we pressed on the end button, and we clicked on the map and pressed on the end button, we could see the super game appears on the left side at the bottom of the map. So we will do the same thing for the last time, for the last corner in the map. So we're gonna write on the line at the line 5 the same function. So add bonus gum. Please respect the upper letters to run. So this time we're gonna put 17, comma 20.
All right, 17.
Yes, 17,
20.
comma 20. Yes.
All right.
So if you run the game and we clicked on the map and we pressed the end button, so we're gonna see the super games on the right side at the bottom of the map, as Roger is what
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're here.
So there's any questions, or could I move on? So please tell me in the chat if it's okay or not, so we could repeat another time if you want.
All right. Please tell us when you're done, when it's working for you, and when it's not. Tell us what's wrong. What do you see? So someone is saying there are 4. All right.
So in this function, in the initialize function, what we did is we added the super pagams or the bonus pagams, as you it depends what you call them. So we added them at the 4 corners of the map. So the map, it's the black background with walls with blue. So this is the map. So we have added 4 super pagans on this map, and we have added them by the function add bonus gum. Yes, as Raja are selecting them. So this function takes 3 parameters, so the map and the position x and y of the map, and where we want to the super program appears. So we in the first line we have put the coordination 1 1, so to appear them in the first line, the first column, and then we have changed in the third line at the line 3, we have changed the parameters, and we had put 17 and 1, so it's the first line and the 17 columns. So in this way we had put 2 super games in the map, and to add the third one, so in the left at the bottom we had at the line 4, we have used also the function add bonus gum, and we put map 1 and 20. So in the last line at the first column, and for this last super game, we had write the same function with the map, and we put the coordination 17 and 20. So it is 17 line and column at the column 20. So
Yeah.
I hope you have the same like us.
So some people are saying that the map becomes invisible for them. It's possible that you deleted something from the code that was already there, and the code is not working. So make sure that everything on the screen is the same as what you have on your device for it to work again. So in case, and if the 4 dots are not visible for you, make sure that the code is the same in the coordinates, like the numbers here are the same, that it's 1, 1, 17, 1, 1, 20, 17, 20. You need to have exactly the same thing for it to be like on our device, on our screen, on our end. So I guess we can move on to the next step.
Yeah, so the next step, it will be to change the status of each ghost. So as we all know, if your Raja clicks on the button run and click on the map and press the N, so there will be some ghosts in the Pac-Man. So to let able the Pac-Man to eat the ghosts, so we have to change their status. Either otherwise, the ghosts who will eat the Pac-Man. So to do that, we're gonna write at the function which is called game loop. So we're gonna write at the line 10. So we're gonna
So we click
at the yes.
Where do we click?
We're gonna click at the line 9, and then we're gonna press the enter button or the enter key in the keyboard.
All right.
Yes, it's good. So here we're gonna put a condition. So this condition, it will be we want only the super pack gums. So to do that, we're gonna write if the keyword if, and then
space.
yes, and we will open a parenthesis, and between this parenthesis we're gonna write block type. So here block type will give us the type. So it could be a super pack gum, a Pac-Man, or a simple pack gum. So but this time we're gonna only we want only the super pagams. So we're gonna write block types equals.
So block type,
Yes.
like this with the syntax.
Yes.
And then space.
Space, exactly. And we're gonna write equal.
So we click twice on the equal sign.
Yes, right, exactly. So as we said, we want only the super pagams or the bonus super pagams. So to allow to have them, so we're gonna write after the equal, we're gonna do space, make a space, and we're gonna write a Pac-Man point bonus gum. So bonus B, capital B, bonus
underscore.
No, not only capital B. I think so.
Oh, okay, only capital B. Okay.
No, you're right. You're right. Sorry, you're right. So a bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
And underscore. So, yeah, gum. Yeah, right. So this with this line, we're gonna have only the super pagams. So when the Pac-Man will go at the position or where there's a super pagam, there will be entering in this condition. So to enter in this condition, we're gonna put space, and then we're gonna over brackets.
All right, space at the end of the line, and then we open the curly brackets.
Sorry, yeah, the curly brackets, yeah. And we're gonna press enter. Yes, right. And in this way, all we're gonna write between these curly brackets, it will be done if the condition is right. So if the condition is right, it's meaning that if the block type, if the Pac-Man have the same position at of the super pagams. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the status of the ghost. So here, as we all see at the first, the ghost has their colors, so blue, green, white, and red. But after this condition, the ghosts will have the blue color. So we're gonna write at the line 11 4.
All right. We just to make it visible, we're gonna press space first.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. So we're gonna press at the space button, and then we're gonna write 4, the keyword 4, so FOR.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
space.
Yes, right. And we're gonna open parentheses, and inside this parentheses, we will make we will have I will explain for you before an example, the example of the train and the train car. So the train, we're gonna say that in a train there are 4 train car, and each train car have a ghost with one color. So we have a big train, and the first train car we will in this big train we will call it ghosts with an S. So we have the big train ghosts with the S, and this in big train we have 4 train cars. So in each train car we have a ghost, and so to count how many ghosts we have, we're gonna count how many train car we have. And in this way we can also move from one train car to another train car. So we're gonna between the parentheses, we're gonna write E equals to 0. So the 0, we're gonna say that the 0 is the first train car of the train, of the big trains, or the ghosts. So please, Raja, go at the line 12, 11, and between the parentheses write please E equal 0. So in this way we are at the first train car of the big train, so of the train ghosts, and then you're gonna put a semicolon, sorry,
All right. Semicolon.
after the 0, and you're gonna press on the space button where the space key, and then you're gonna write I
Yeah.
bigger than,
So this sign.
the sign smaller than, sorry,
Smaller than. So this sign.
so
Please, guys, you need to have this sign.
be sure to have this sign and not the other sign. So the smaller sign, and after this sign we're gonna put a space. So we're gonna click or gonna press on the space key on the keyboard, and we're gonna write game. So with game, game.
All right.
Dot ghost. So ghost is the big train. So ghosts, yes. So ghosts with an S, yes, with an S. So this it's like the big train, which is called ghost, and in this train we have 4 or 7. It depends how many ghosts we have. So to be able to be able to know how many train cars we have, so we're gonna use the length. So you're gonna write dot length.
Sorry. So after ghosts with an S at the end, we do another dot or semicolon.
No, another dot.
Another dot. All right.
And you're gonna write length.
Length.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And to be able to move from one train car to another train car, so the I, we have to at each time that we go to another train car, so the I must must be +1. So we're gonna write a semicolon
All right,
after the
semicolon.
length, yes, and then we're gonna write I
All right, I
plus
plus
equals
equals
space 1.
space
1.
1.
Yeah.
All right.
We can also put a space between the I and the plus to let the code more clearer.
Okay. So a space between the I and the plus here.
Yeah.
All right.
And after this, after the parentheses, we're gonna put another curly brackets. We're gonna open another curly brackets,
Okay.
and we're gonna press at the enter key on the
All
keyboard.
right.
And in this key, and in this line, we're gonna write. So here we have the type where the Pac-Man. So if the Pac-Man is at the position of a super Pac-Game or a bonus Pac-Game, and when and while the ghosts are not all blue, so here we're gonna change the status of the ghost. So for do that, we're gonna write sorry, we're gonna write game.
All right. So just
Add,
before we press, should we press 2 spaces just for
yeah, sure,
display?
yeah, all right, yeah,
So
to be
just, or maybe 1 space. Sorry. And then 1
and
space, and then
we're gonna write game
game. Yeah.
dot
Dot
ghosts.
ghosts.
Yeah, and here we're gonna open a bracket.
Brackets or parentheses?
No, a bracket.
Brackets.
Yeah, and here we're gonna, no, not a curly brackets, a bracket.
These. Okay.
Yes. So in this, between these brackets, we're gonna put the I. So in this way, we're gonna move from a train car to another train car to change the status of the ghosts. So after the I, after the brackets of the brackets of the I, we're gonna put a dot.
A dot.
And we're gonna use the function which is called make eatable.
All right. So we're writing make eatable with
yeah,
then a capital.
at the capital letter at the 8th word.
All right.
And because this is a function, we're gonna put a parenthesis, and we're gonna after the parenthesis we're gonna put a semicolon.
All right. So this is our code. Just for everyone, I'm just looking through the chat. Let's see if there's any issue. So for those who are asking, which is what is this step? So this is to make the Pac-Man eat the ghosts when Pac-Man eats the special Pac gums. So our code is inside the game loop function. After the first line we coded during this session here, and you need to have, oops, you need to have the same code as us to have the same behavior for your code. So make sure you have exactly the same words, the space, everything. And in case it's not the same thing, you can copy paste what you have that's not working for you in the chat, so we can fix it or change it. So just as a reminder, what we are doing here is making a condition on the behavior that the Pac-Man should have when he runs into a special Pac-gum, so the bonus Pac-gum. So here we have our condition with this syntax, and inside the brackets is the code we want to our program to run when Pac-Man runs into the special Pac-Gum. So here we make all the ghosts eatable inside the map. So in the whole map, we make all the ghosts eatable when he runs into a special Pac-Gum. And this for condition is to cover all the ghosts inside the map. So what are they saying? When I press one button, the map is disappearing. So for now, we will test the game after we are done with this step, and when you have all the code, you can tell us if it's working. If you have written.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can move now, Haja.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Veronia, you can tell us the next thing we're gonna do.
Manuela, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Now, we will manage the ghost collision according to the state in which they are found. To do so, in the onGhost collision function, we are going to add an if condition.
Sorry, Manuela, can you speak closer to your mic? We can't really hear you.
I said that we are going to manage the ghost collision function. So, to do so, we will add an if condition in the onGhost collision function.
All right. So just for everyone, we are working on the collision between the Pac-Man and the ghosts now. And Manuela is going to explain to us how we code that collision. So you go on the last function in our file here, on ghost collision, and then we're going to start coding as Manuela shows us. So please, everyone, follow with us and tell us if something is wrong with your code.
The collision depends on the state in which the ghosts are found. So in our if condition, we are going to write if,
Okay.
open the parentheses.
So a space.
Yes, space, open the parentheses.
All right. The parentheses.
In the parentheses, we are going to write ghost.
Like this, ghosts?
Yes, like this. That is vulnerable. V
Is
are
vulnerable.
going to, yes, V capitalize.
So is vulnerable with
yes.
The capital
Since it's
V.
a function, we are going to open a parenthesis again.
All right.
Yes.
The parentheses again.
And we will open curly brackets.
So at the end of the line, we put space
At the end of
and then
the
we
line.
open
A curly bracket, exactly. Then we, yes, we write ghost again.
So just space and then ghost.
Yes. Dot eat.
So eat.
And we open the parentheses because it's a function.
Okay.
We take a
then,
void. And we will add a semicolon.
Semicolon.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm just checking in the chat, so everything is good. So here, these is vulnerable and eats are functions we already coded, and we are calling them. A function is something that will do a task for us. So here it's gonna check if the ghost is vulnerable. This is the condition. If the ghost is vulnerable, then he gets eaten. And this, we use the function eat that we call here. So yeah, so thank you, Manuela. We're gonna continue.
And at the next line, we are still on the if condition. We are going to add the
next line. So
a line, yes.
19. I go on line 19. What do I do?
We are going to add another line to return false.
All right. So I go to the next line.
Yes.
Yes, by pressing the enter key, and then
by pressing the enter key, and you write return false.
Return false.
Semicolon.
Okay,
Returning
and then
false
semicolon.
tells the game that a collision has occurred with a vulnerable ghost.
All right. And now what do we do?
Now you are going to press enter to add a new line.
All right, so
You're going to
here.
write else.
Else.
Open the curly bracket.
So we just put a space and then we open the curly brackets again.
Yes, you open the curly bracket and you write return true.
Maybe
All right,
we
so we
can-
just, yeah.
yeah, sorry. Maybe Manuela, can you explain what is else? I think not everyone's know about it.
Okay. Since we are writing an if condition, else is just the another case if the first condition is checked and is not what is going on, then the else function will check all the other cases available.
All right, just check the chat. What are they saying? So here, what we are doing is taking care of the collision between Pac-Man and the ghost. And we do some conditions, we check. And in coding, what we use is something, is if-else conditions statement. It's called if statements. And the first statement we're checking is if the ghost is vulnerable, which means that the Pac-Man did eat a special Pac gum. And if the Pac-Man did eat it, and if the ghost is indeed vulnerable, we're gonna execute, the code inside the brackets here is gonna be used. So the ghost will be eaten and we return false. And then else means that the ghost was not vulnerable. So this is another statement we're checking. It's checking different conditions. And now here it means that the code we're gonna put inside these brackets means that the ghost is not vulnerable. And we still didn't code it yet. Manuela will tell us, but just to explain to you guys what we are doing right now. So
Okay.
I guess we can continue and you can post your questions
Yes.
on the chat.
Now you are going to press the enter button.
Yes.
And write return true.
All right. So I just put space, then return true here.
With semicolon. Returning
with
true tells the game engine that a collision has occurred with the dangerous ghost. And now we can launch the game to try to eat a ghost.
All right. So just to go over what we just did again, guys, make sure that you have everything on the screen, like me here. So we're gonna test the collision between the Pac-Man and the ghost if what we want to do is indeed working. So let's test our game by clicking run, the run button here, and then pressing N on your keyboard. So if I run into a Pac-Man, you see, I run into a a ghost. The Pac-Man ran into a ghost, and the game stopped because I died. So the Pac-Man died. This is what we coded here. This is what we coded here, that when there's a collision, when the ghost is not vulnerable, then there is a collision, which is true. The collision is true. It is indeed happening. But if we're gonna test here, we eat a Pac gum and then run into a ghost, a special Pac gum, and then run into a ghost, we don't die, as you can see. Because we did eat a special Pac gum, so we don't die. This is the conditions that we have here. So when the ghost is vulnerable, we eat it. There is no collision. The Pac-Man will not die. But if the ghost is not vulnerable, then there is a collision and the Pac-Man dies. This is the conditions we did here. Manuela explained to us. Can you please tell us if you have the same code as on the screen and if it's working for you fine? All right. We can wait just a few moments to make sure that everything is all right. These guys tell us if you're done. Done. Pac-Man Game. It's working. Done working.
Raja, yes, I guess we won't be having enough time to do the bonus. We would love to, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be possible for the moment. Let's check the chat. Are all students okay? Is there things which are missing? Do you have questions? Do you have the same coding lines as we are displaying on the screen? Tell us if it's working for you. How are you feeling? How is the game? Yes.
Yeah. So if it's not working, tell us which part, at which part you are stuck. And just, I'm gonna go over the code one more time. So the first thing we did was make sure that the Pac-Gums disappear when the Pac-Man eats them with this line, the first line inside the game loop function here. And then we added the special Pac-Gums in the initialize function. We added 4 at different positions that we chose. You guys can choose other positions if you want, but this is the ones we chose here for our session. And after that, when we made sure that the ghost can be eaten when the Pac-Man eats special Pac-Gums, and at the end, we took care of the collision with the ghost, depending on if the Pac-Man did eat a special Pac-Gum or not. So if he did not, he dies, and if he did, he eats the ghost. So this is our code for this session. This is the game that we have. And you can ask us questions. We're gonna try to answer them in the chat. And just for your information, you can send us your code to via email, and we can help you debug it, like try to fix it for you and tell you if there's what was wrong with it. So don't worry, guys.
Yes, so I see in the chat there is questions about the score and so on, the levels. Actually, we would love to do that with you. We already prepared these things, but as we are running out of time, so what is going to happen, because there is many new functions that we wanted to add, like the score, the levels, the changement of ghosts, more ghosts are being added, etc., etc. So those things that you find in the original Pac-Man game, which are not which we wanted to code with you, but all those are not there. This is the first, I would say, beginning of the Pac-Man version. So the first version that we have teach you how to code. um, so what we're gonna do also for the other things that we wanted to add but we don't have time, we will be scheduling in the upcoming weeks. There is gonna be a Pac-Man 2 session, and this is going to be amazing because in the Pac-Man 2 session you will learn how to complicate the game. So we're going to add new things like scores, like levels, like many other things that you find in the original Pac-Man game as well. So as Raja mentioned, please tell us if you having any issue with this code. So we will be able to help you. But for the moment, students, I will ask you 5 minutes of attention. Please listen carefully to what I'm going to tell now. Um, so yes.
Sorry, Dipti, I'll just cut you for a moment. In the chat, we posted the file with the instructions that we did today. So in case someone don't know, is stuck at the previous step, they can check it. And that link, we're gonna post it in the bio of this live. So you will have all the links in the description of the live. In case you want to do the session again, or if you're missing something in your code. Yeah, so just to mention that.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, Raja. So as Raja is saying, if you miss something in the code line, do not worry. There is going to be the reply session, which is going to be available at the end of this session. So when we're going to end the session, after a few minutes, the reply will be on our YouTube channel. So if you miss one line of code or you didn't understand something, it is going to be very easy for you to go back to this reply moment and select what you have missed. So don't worry, don't panic. It's okay if you don't have the whole code. That's fine. You're going to learn. This is something new. Maybe you are learning. You are very, very brave because you have at least you are at least doing these sessions to learn difficult things. So this is really encouraging, and we are encouraging you to continue doing that. So don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. Even when I was coding, when Raja was coding, or Batches or Manuela or Veronia, anyone who just speak today, we were also lost at the beginning. So that's fine, that's normal. Everyone is lost when they start programming. So don't worry about that. So I was asking you 5 minutes of attention because I have few things to tell you, and which are very, very important. So please, students, listen to me, and I will ask Raja to share thank you, share the other slides. Yes, let's move to the next slide. So students, as you know, end of each coding sessions, we give you this certificate, and we give you this certificate because you have achieved and you have successfully completed this coding session. First, as I said, congratulations, you are doing efforts, you are coming to every sessions. I see a lot of kids which I see in the chat which come to every sessions. They are curious to learn more, they ask questions. So really, we are proud of what you are doing, and keep it doing, continue doing. You will go very, very far. And so let's take the certificate. So as you see in the chat, there is going to be the certificate link which will be posted. So you have also on your screen, which is certificates.e-mma.in. I think Batches posted it in the chat. So please click on the link. Batches posted it. Please, students, click on the link of certificates.e-mma.in. So Raja is going to do the same. Raja opened already E-mma certificate.e-mma.in, as you can see on her screen. So once you have opened the page, you will arrive on the same screen as Raja do. Okay, and so now what you are going to do is you are going to put your first name, last name, and the workshop code. So we will do that with Raja. Raja will post her first name.
Just wait a moment. Let me just
Sure.
take this link.
Sure.
All right.
So students, Raja is opening it. You please open from your side also.
Yeah, because it seems all right.
Okay, great. So open the link perfectly. Perfect. So please Raja, type your first name, last name, and start with that, please.
All right. So first name,
So
you
Raja is
add
mentioning her
your
first
own
name.
information,
Yes.
then last name.
Mm-hmm. And the workshop code, pay attention to that, students. The workshop code is being given in the YouTube live chat, but you also have on our screen, as you can see, Raja is showing that it's PMGS12. So please copy paste this code on in the tab workshop code. Just paste it there. Once you have did this, you just click on the button submit. So please submit by clicking on the button submit, as Raja is doing on the screen. Perfect. So here we go. So please, students, now pay attention to what I'm saying. Just give me 2 more minutes. Here you have on the top, you have all our social networks. You have our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter. And please, we ask you to follow us. We will be happy to have you on our social network. But the most important is please use the hashtag code at home and tag us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter by posting a picture of you coding, holding the certificate, enjoying the session. We will be happy to share it on our social network. So we receive already pictures of students who were coding, and they took a picture of them while coding and they share with us. So we have shared on our social network. Why we ask you to do that? Because when other students are going to see you coding, are going to see that you are enjoying the coding session, they will find also that interesting, and they will be also interested in joining those sessions. But most important for us is to see that you are enjoying code at home initiative. And for that, we please ask the principal, the students, the teachers on the call to share with us or to share directly on social network while tagging the E-mma accounts. Share the picture of your students. Please do that, so we will share again. You can hold the certificate in your hands and take a picture of you holding the certificate, having the certificate in your hand. I'm going to repeat that in Hindi, because I know that some people wanted me to say that in Hindi. So हमने आप प्लीज़ हमारे साथ अपनी पिक्चर्स शेयर कीजिए, जहाँ पे आप सर्टिफिकेट को होल्ड कर रहे हैं, और ऑल्सो आप एंजॉय कर रहे हैं ये कोडिंग सेशन को जब आप कोड कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज़ ऐसे हम दूसरे बच्चों के साथ आपकी पिक्चर्स शेयर कर सकते हैं और वो भी देखेंगे कि आप कोडिंग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. सो प्लीज़, मेरी हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, बट आई एम ट्राइंग. सो प्लीज़ शेयर दैट विद अस, बिकॉज अगर आप शेयर करोगे हमें भी दिखेगा कि आप एंजॉय कर रहे हो कोड एट होम को, तो हम और न्यू कंटेंट्स बनाते रहेंगे आपके लिए हर मंथ, हर वीक. सो प्लीज़, आप प्लीज़ भूलिए मत पिक्चर शेयर करना, बिकॉज हमारे लिए ऑलवेज इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. हम इतने फार हैं आप सबसे, हम आपको देख नहीं सकते, प्लस ये कोविड सिचुएशन चल रहा है. सो आप प्लीज़ शेयर कीजिए हमारे साथ आपकी पिक्चर्स, आप एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, आप क्या सोच रहे हैं कोड एट होम के बारे में, प्लीज़ आप शेयर कीजिए. Thank you. So I'm going to come back in English now, and the second tab, as you can see, is share your feedback. So as I said, it's important for us to know what you think about code at home. So please take 2 minutes by clicking on the button send feedback. Once you have opened and click on the button send feedback, you can give us the feedback about the coding session, but you can also tell us what else in terms of content you want to have in the upcoming coding session. As I see at the beginning of the session, some students were saying to us, please, we want to do Minecraft in code. So see, contents like that which you are interested in, we can create it for you, and we can propose you in a new session. So please give us advice, please, which is super important, because those information you provide to us gonna help us a lot to improve the session. Let's continue. So as you can see, there is a button, download your certificate, download my certificate on the screen of Raja. So please click on the button, download my certificate. So you're gonna have your certificate on your laptop. Raja, can you go back on the slides? I just have one more thing to say. I hope you all have taken your certificate. It is super important. Next slide. So please pay attention, students. As you know, you can, as I said, you can share your questions if you have problem in your code, or if you want to share your photos directly to us also by email. You can share and use the email address codeathome@emma.org. I think Bachi is going to post the email address in the chat link. Please send us your pictures or the questions of your code you're having by using codeathome@emma.org email address. So maybe Baptiste, you can post it in the chat. Also, the last thing I wanted to share with you is you can subscribe to all the upcoming coding session by directly downloading the app Code at Home on your Apple Store or on your Android store, or so from a Android phone or from an Apple phone. So you have the Apple Store or you have the Google Play Store. But in case you don't have any phone, or if your phone is not compatible to the application we are proposing, so what you can do is you can go directly on our website, www.emma.org/code at home, and here you can register to also to the upcoming code at home sessions. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because if you subscribe, the next coding session will appear on the top. And so please, students, subscribe to the coding session, sorry, to the to this YouTube channel. Please don't forget, do it now before you end the call. Subscribe to the subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also follow us on our social network. It is important that you follow the YouTube live, the YouTube channel, because when we are students who send us email by saying, oh, we don't know where is the YouTube live going on. Well, it's simple, it's on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, students. Okay, Raja, is there any other slides after?
No, that's it.
Okay, so thank you, students. In case you have any questions, reach out to us on codeathome@emma.org email address, as it's mentioned on your screen. You can download the app and subscribe to the upcoming coding session, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much, students, parents, principal, teachers who are always there to every sessions. And we are looking forward to seeing your pictures and sharing it with you, and smile about that. Thank you and congratulations all the students who work so hard with us today, and see you to the next session.
Again, thank you, everyone. We are going to cut the live now. So we are looking forward to seeing you at upcoming events.